Here we have the 4-hour price chart for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. So as we can see here, the stock is attempting to form a base here and break out of a prior downtrend channel. Overall, this is fairly significant because it does suggest that we could be on the verge of a breakout to the top side after the stock has posted some severe, deep long-term lows. So we're going to drill into this price chart a bit and establish some important price levels so that we can establish some profitable trading strategies for this stock going forward. So if we move down into the price chart itself, and we'll look at the indicator reading here in a bit, but if we look into the price chart itself, we can see some very interesting developments currently. As we can see here, most of the trend has been negative. There's a large number of red candles here, and overall the trend is really posting with a forceful move to the downside. However, the real issue at this point is whether or not the stock is going to be able to form a firm base right around this $3.60 level. Anybody that's been watching my videos on this stock will know that I have been focusing on this level for quite a long period of time now, because there is strong potential here for this area to start to work as a reversal zone. And on several occasions, we have seen this price level tested, and for the most part, we have seen a fair amount of buying activity and support that has sort of emerged in this area. So as things currently stand, we can see, we drill into the price chart here, we can see that the share price itself is really starting to form a base right near $3.63. This is a bit higher than the prior price low, coming in at $3.61. So this is significant because we didn't even exactly test that prior support zone before we managed to break out to the top side and sort of invalidate this longer term downtrend channel. So as we can see here, there is starting to form the stock is starting to form a base here, and we're starting to see better arguments, which suggest that a bullish reversal might be in store for this stock. So if we move in a bit more currently here, if we look at the near-term price action, for the most part, we can see that support level at 363 has resulted in an upside price move coming in at $4.17. Essentially, this is the area that's going to be critical in terms of the stock's ability to later retest this more major resistance level that comes in at $4.61. If we move down to the indicator readings, we can also see some very interesting developments here because, as this downtrend channel was starting to form, we also saw bullish divergence in the oscillator readings. Since this is a 4-hour time frame, this is a very critical, event, because this is not a short-term technical signal. At the very minimum, you would have to call this an intermediate term technical signal, and this does suggest that the current price action could start to have an influence on the longer term timeframes as well. So as we can see here, there is a bullish divergence that has started to develop as the downtrend channel is starting to come to an end. Now that we've seen a confirmed break here to the top side, ultimately this does suggest that the reversal here to the top side is imminent and is likely to unfold here relatively soon. So if we're going to sort of look for possible reasons to believe that this analysis might be wrong, one area that we would need to be watching here does continue to rest at this $3.60 mark. Currently, we have not seen a test of this level near term. However, if we did see a retest here and a break below, that would be a significantly bearish event because it would invalidate a lot of the bullish argument that's being seen for this stock. However, as we can see here, this indicator reading itself is showing a fair amount of upside potential here. Specifically, what I'm pointing to, I'll kind of extend this a bit here, and we can see that currently the oscillator reading is now starting to move into positive territory, and we're starting to grow in momentum and in money flow with the share price starting to move in the upper direction. So I do think that if we start to see any further extension from here, that this story could become more of a financial news headline, and we could see this stock start to emerge as one of the more important financial news narratives that are seen in the market. I mean, currently, we're mostly talking about NVIDIA and Tesla and things like that, and this could continue into next week because NVIDIA does report earnings next week. However, if we start to see a major base that starts to form here, some of the attention that is being focused on NVIDIA might start to be focused on this stock instead. So, this indicator reading is quite important because this is coming into conjunction and occurring right around the same time that this trend channel break is occurring here. So, this is a confluence of events on two different parts of the chart, which do suggest that share prices could continue to move forward from here. Of course, this main line in the sand really does come in at this $4.17 mark. I'll sort of outline this here as an area of resistance. So, this is going to be a critical level, but as we can see here, we're starting to pressure this level as we speak. I mean, we're very close to breaking above this price level. So if we were to see a break above here, we will have to start to redraw this price chart because the upside extension from here could extend all the way up into this price level up here. I'll point with this area with an arrow. So as we can see here, the upper extension here comes in at roughly $5.41. So this might not seem like a huge price difference, and it might not seem like substantial gains relative to current levels. However, what we're really seeing here is a base that is starting to form in this stock, and I do think that that's the real issue at this point. If we look at the longer term timeframes, and if we sort of pull out here to a longer term time frame here, we can see that the real issue is whether or not this stock is going to be able to slow the downside momentum that has been governing share prices for quite a while now. If we are able to break above this area, we have to start to look at areas that are much higher in share price value, roughly coming in at $9.50, because the movements to the top side here really start to top out at $6.02. So any break above that level would suggest that roughly 940 could be the next upside target. So as things currently stand, this might seem like a small development, and it might seem as though share prices are really not moving much higher at this point. However, the real issue, in my view, is whether or not the stock is actually forming a base. Because if it is forming a base, and we are able to overcome these near-term resistance levels, the next upside target here does come in at above $5.40, roughly 5.43. This would be the projected price move based on the downtrend channel break. So, overall, this would signal a turnaround in share price momentum. And then in addition to that, all this is being confirmed by the oscillator reading, as the share price is currently forcing these readings into positive territory for the first time in a while. So here's the current market analysis for NIO Incorporated, stock ticker NIO. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.